Do you truly know who your friends are? Have you ever wondered whether your relationships are built on real connection or simply on psychological illusions? The renowned Swiss psychiatrist Carl Gustav Jung raised profound and unsettling questions about the nature of human interaction. He believed that what we perceive as friendship often conceals deeper psychological forces at play. Beneath every warm exchange and familiar bond might lie projection, unconscious patterns, and personas that prevent genuine intimacy. In this video, we will explore how Jung's theories on the persona, the shadow, the collective unconscious and projection reveal a haunting truth: that no one is truly your friend in the way you think they are. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the Mental Dose channel and join our Telegram community, where you'll get early access to new videos and insights on personal and spiritual growth. Now let's get started. Carl Jung introduced the concept of the persona as the mask we wear to present ourselves to the world. It serves a purpose to protect our vulnerable inner selves and navigate social environments, but it also builds a barrier between who we are and how we relate to others. Jung believed that many people become trapped in this mask, identifying so closely with it that they lose touch with their authentic identity. Social psychologist Erving Goffman similarly argued that we constantly manage impressions in everyday life. From one setting to another, we alter our behavior and expression to fit expectations. But what happens when we forget we're performing? Friendship built on persona is not real connection. When both individuals relate from behind masks, there is no authentic encounter, only role play. And as Jung pointed out, this emotional performance becomes automatic, habitual, and unconscious. Living from the persona for too long often results in what modern psychologists now call identity fatigue. According to studies from the American Psychological Association, individuals who consistently perform social roles experience higher levels of anxiety and burnout, particularly in environments where they feel pressure to be liked or perfect. This exhaustion comes not just from effort, but from emotional dissonance, the psychological strain of acting in contradiction to one's true feelings. Jung saw this decades ago. A rigid persona may protect us socially, but over time it erodes our inner life, leaving us feeling empty or unseen. That emptiness often shows up in relationships where we feel known, but not truly understood. If we can't be real with ourselves, how can we be real with anyone else? And if we're not real, how can anyone truly know us, let alone be a true friend? Let's go deeper into the shadow, the hidden self behind the mask. Jung described the shadow as the part of the psyche where we bury all the traits, impulses, and desires that we find unacceptable. This includes not only bad characteristics like envy or aggression, but also positive traits like ambition, creativity, or assertiveness that we've suppressed due to societal or familial conditioning. The shadow thrives in the unconscious and seeps into our relationships through projection. We may blame friends for being selfish when, in truth, we're disowning our own selfishness. We admire those who seem confident or bold because they reflect a part of us we've long silenced. Modern psychology supports this. Studies on projection, Baumeister et al. 1998, show how people consistently misattribute their internal states to others. This leads to a distorted perception of friends, weakening the foundation of trust and understanding. When we fail to confront our shadow, we cannot build genuine relationships. Real intimacy only emerges when we integrate these repressed aspects of ourselves, a process that requires courage and self-awareness. Now let's explore how ancient patterns influence modern friendships. One of Jung's most groundbreaking ideas is the collective unconscious, a shared psychological blueprint inherited by all humans. Within it lie archetypes, timeless characters like the hero, the caregiver, the rebel, and the wise elder. These archetypes are not learned but inherited, influencing how we relate and behave without us realizing it. This explains why friendships often fall into familiar patterns. There's always a leader, a comic relief, a caretaker, and a scapegoat. People unconsciously fall into these roles because they satisfy ancient psychological templates. But this limits genuine connection. We're not relating to individuals, but to archetypal masks. In times of stress, these roles become even more rigid. People revert to tribal mentalities, groupthink, and emotional scripts. The illusion of friendship may continue, but true individuality vanishes. These archetypal dynamics can also explain why we repeatedly attract similar types of friends or relationships, even those that cause harm. Jung referred to this as a form of psychic repetition compulsion. For example, someone unconsciously playing out the archetype of the martyr might continually bond with individuals who take advantage of their generosity. From the outside, it seems like poor judgment. But from the perspective of the unconscious, it's a symbolic reenactment, an effort to resolve unfinished emotional stories embedded in the collective psyche. Unless we become aware of these inherited patterns, we remain trapped in cycles of emotional repetition, mistaking the familiar for the trustworthy. And just when you think you figured someone out, projection takes over. Jung warned that we rarely see others as they truly are. Instead, we project our unresolved inner world onto them. Projection is the unconscious act of attributing our own denied traits to others, believing we're simply observing truth. When you idolize a friend for their confidence, it might be your own hidden potential seeking expression. When you resent someone for being needy, you may be disowning your own unacknowledged need for care. This mechanism distorts friendship. You're not reacting to them. You're reacting to yourself. Friendships built on projection are fragile. They can flip from idealization to disappointment overnight because the illusion eventually collapses under the weight of reality. Before we go on, if this video is helping you see things more clearly, consider sharing it with someone who needs it. And if you'd like to support this kind of thoughtful content, you can click the thanks button below. Your support truly helps. Now, let's continue. Jung's view on friendship is unsettling. He believed that most relationships are not based on true knowing, but on mutual projections, personas, and unconscious scripts. They offer comfort, but not necessarily truth. And without truth, there can be no real intimacy. However, this awareness is not meant to create despair. Jung emphasized the importance of individuation, the process of becoming fully oneself. This path, though difficult, makes genuine connection possible. True friendship is a rare and sacred thing. It demands self-awareness, vulnerability, and the courage to see and be seen. It requires that we drop the act, face the shadow, question our patterns, and relate to others from a place of conscious choice. So let me ask you again, are you really friends with the people in your life? Or are you friends with their masks and they with yours? Carl Jung's insights offer a sobering but necessary wake-up call. If we want meaningful relationships, we must start with ourselves. Begin the work of removing the mask. Dare to face your shadow. Notice the projections. Watch the patterns. Only then can you see others clearly and be seen in return. If this video gave you something to think about, leave a comment below and let us know what resonated most with you. Don't forget to subscribe to Mental Dose and join our growing community of deep thinkers and seekers. There's so much more to uncover, and it all begins within.